Hey, this is Paul. Real quick, I just want to thank everyone that's been showing me a lot of love and support on making these videos. All the people that subscribe, leave comments, even when, you know, I don't agree, just giving me their insight on my predictions and the post reviews. I really appreciate it. And everybody's just been hitting me on Twitter and debating with me on Twitter, you know, and also just retweeting all my video links and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys are also watching the videos, especially you boxing fans. I really appreciate the feedback, and I would like to continue to get feedback. I'm trying to get better at this. This is really hard to do. The video talk is one thing to talk on the internet and the forums, but it's hard to actually sit in front of the camera and give your insight on these boxing predictions and stuff like that. So let me get right into it. Today I'm going to speak on Adrien Broner versus Marcos Maidana. They are scheduled to fight in December. They haven't actually come with an agreement for the fight so far, but everybody knows about this fight. They've been trash talking each other. It started on the Mayweather versus Canelo weekend. They ran into each other. They were trash talking to each other there. Broner, he started it off with the post-fight interview after he beat Paulie Malignaggi, and ever since then he's just been bringing Marcos Maidana up and Lucas Matisse and just talking trash to both fighters, saying that he can beat them. And I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but he's been talking a lot of trash to both fighters. So this is pretty much why this fight has happened. A lot of people actually want to see this fight because Marcos Maidana has a lot of power and stuff. But I'm going to get to all of that later. First off, I want to just start off by speaking about Adrien Broner a little bit. Adrien Broner is one of those fighters that come with every decade. You know, he's like what a younger Floyd Mayweather, but he's a little bit more extreme as far as the antics, the interviews, the everything that he does outside of the ring. A lot of people don't like boxers like that. You know, he's not the most classy boxer. He's gonna say a lot of things in his interviews that people just don't like. You know, he talks a lot of trash, and even when the fight is over, as you seen in the last fight against Paulie Malignaggi, he talks a lot of trash. Even when he wins the fight, he's still talking trash. A lot of people don't like that, but in his defense, he's keeping himself relevant in this sport outside of just fighting. A lot of boxers, they go in there, they fight, they promote for their fight. And when they fight night happens, everybody watches it, and after the fight is over, you don't hear from them no more until the next time they fight. Broner is not that kind of guy. He's on World Star for stuff. He's rapping. He's totally a part of the whole hip-hop culture. And he's always, his name is getting thrown out there, whereas people that are not even real fans of the sport itself know who he is, because he's always on the internet thing. He's taking advantage of this whole internet thing that's going on. Like, you know, with Twitter, he's tweeting crazy stuff. That's Adrien Broner. He says what he wants when he wants to say it at all times. He doesn't care about what other people feel about him. And even though me personally, I'm not a big fan of Broner, I respect what he's doing because I think it's genius. He's keeping his name buzzing, and that's what you have to do. This is entertainment at the end of the day. We all fight fans. We all want to see a good fight, but it's entertainment. Don't take it personal. When I make these predictions, I'm not picking who I like better. You know, I'm not picking that. I'm picking who I think is the actual superior boxer. So you guys got to stop, you know, taking things so personal. When Broner says something to about your favorite fighter, don't take it so personal. You know, it's a sport, it's entertainment. You don't have to like them, but don't take it so personal, all right? So going into this fight, Adrien Broner versus Marcos Maidana. Adrien Broner's coming off of a win against Paulie Malignaggi. It was a close fight. It was a split decision. A lot of people feel Paulie won that fight. A lot of people were disappointed with Broner's performance that night. I personally wasn't really that disappointed because I thought he could have beat Paulie. Probably was going to beat Paulie a lot better than that, possibly knocking him out or a stoppage. But the thing is, Broner has shown already that he is flat-footed, that he's gonna have problems against fighters with that have movement, that have footwork. He hasn't shown that he has any kind of footwork so far. So I already knew he was gonna have a problem. Maybe against them, maybe not just against Paulie, but it's a long list of other fighters that I think he's gonna have problems with. So as far as the fight, he won based on his accuracy. He hit Paulie with the more harder, cleaner, crisper shots, and he was the aggressor the whole fight. This is why he won the fight. It was close, but I think Broner won the fight. Paulie did a good job. He landed a lot of shots, a very high volume of shots he landed. He was able to evade Broner and still land. Broner had to chase him around the ring the whole fight. This is why Broner didn't look as good, because he's flat-footed and he had to chase and he had to work hard for every punch that landed on Paulie. So he had a hard time. Whatever. He won the fight. So against Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana is a hard punching 140 pounder that's moving up to 147 to fight Broner. We know Broner just went up to 147 from 135 to fight Paulie. So a lot of people, Marcos Maidana is a hard hitter. Other than being a hard hitter, he's a tough guy. You know, I admit he's tough. I respect his toughness, but he really doesn't have anything else. Doesn't really have any attributes as far as his skill level. He's not really the most intelligent fighter. He's not a good defender. Broner's a very good defender. Broner uses that Philly shell style of fighting, and people compare him to Floyd because of it, because he's a good counter puncher and he's very good with his timing and his punches. He has power, he has speed. Marcos Maidana has power, not really anything else. He puts on a good fight. He did his previous, he's fought Amir Khan, he's fought Devin Alexander, he's fought Victor Ortiz, he fought Josecito Lopez last, which wasn't was a pretty good fight. It was entertaining. He was hurt early in the fight. He tries to box now. Maidana has been working on his boxing skills. He tries to show that a little bit of that early in the fight until he got hurt. After he got hurt, he went right back to brawling. That's what he does. So he beat Josecito Lopez. He knocked him by TKO, I believe. I think he went by TKO. He beat Josecito Lopez, and I really wasn't really impressed because I thought he was going to beat him better than that. The fact that Josecito even hurt him surprised me. But you know, he's got hurt by a lot of guys. You know, he's got hurt by Khan, he's got hurt by Ortiz, and he got outclassed by Devin Alexander. So with that being said, I think the outcome of this fight is Broner winning by TKO, possibly in the later rounds, the mid to later rounds. I think Broner's going to knock him down a couple times because Maidana is just a guy that's going to stand right in front of Broner and be an easy target. So that's pretty much how I think the fight is going to go. He's going to stand in front of Broner all night, and Maidana is the perfect guy for Broner to fight and display to showcase his talent, because Broner likes guys that's going to stand right in front of him because he can stand there and use his style and counter him. This sport is based on styles. It's not about Maidana. This is the first guy he's fighting with some kind of power. Maidana's going to knock him out because Broner never fought anybody that hits as hard as Maidana. That's not how it's going to work, okay? First of all, a lot of you guys think Maidana is some giant Mike Tyson type dude, all right? He's not. He's coming from 140. He is not. Maidana is not a big 147 pounder. In fact, I guarantee you when they get in there on fight night, he's actually going to look smaller than Broner, okay? Because Maidana is really not a big 147 pounder, okay? So he's going to go in there with Broner. He's going to stand in front of Broner, trying to hit him with these power shots to the stomach, and he's going to land some. Will it be crisp? Will it be 100% direct to Broner's face and body? I don't think so, because Broner has good defense. He's hard to hit. He's like Floyd. He's not as good as Floyd, but they use that same style. And even though he doesn't have the foot movement, he's going to be countering Marcos the whole night, okay? And once you get hit, that changes your whole way, your whole approach on who you're trying to, you know, who you're fighting. So that's what I think is going to happen. I mean, I expect Marcos to use his jab a little early. You know, the first couple of rounds going to be a little slow. But once they start getting into it, and believe Marcos wants to knock him out with all the trash that he's been talking, they're going to brawl. And I see Marcos coming out as the loser in that. Only thing I could see happening here maybe is Adrien Broner doesn't have a chin. We don't know, because we never really seen him get hit by anyone that has any kind of real power. So maybe Adrien Broner doesn't have a chin, and we'll find that out on fight night. Maybe he gets knocked out. I don't know. But if it goes to the cards, it's going to be Broner. Broner's going to hit him. He's the better boxer. He's the more intelligent boxer, and he's going to dominate the fight. But if Marcos Maidana wins, it's probably going to be by KO. But I see Broner winning this fight, and he's going to look good winning this fight. It's going to be an easy fight for him, and it's going to be on pay-per-view, and he's going to blow up even more from it. Okay? So, that's pretty much it. Real quick, I just say one more thing. Adrien Broner, as far as other competition, there's some few guys in there that I think that can give Broner some problems. Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley, guys that have foot movement but a little bit more power and a little bit more aggressive than Paulie Malignaggi is. So I know he's undefeated, Broner's undefeated, but I don't think he's one of those guys that's gonna keep his O like Floyd Mayweather unless he improves. So fight guys that's gonna stand right in front of him, he could beat them all. But anybody else, even Keith Thurman, I think Keith Thurman will give him problems. You know, I think, what's his name? Danny Garcia, I'm sorry. Danny Garcia, I think Danny Garcia don't really have foot movement, but he's a really good boxer. And I think he might give him problems as well. So, that's pretty much it. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Please, no more racial comments, okay? Just leave, you know, comments on the fight, who you think is gonna win, why you think is gonna win. And be sure to follow me on Twitter, wavy_10, WAVY_10, and subscribe to USA MVP on YouTube. Check his videos out, USA MVP. Check out his videos. He makes good prediction videos as well. All right, see you in the next video.